Say, Duffy, would you like to do some more minigame action in Decathlon?
Yeah, I might be optimistic about this, Pinkie Pie. The one time that I remember playing that mode and during the likes of Mario Party 5 at first.
And then also Mario Party 6 and also Mario Party 7.
Yeah, I still remember that time. Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Duffy Duck here once again.
And I'm Pinkie Pie here, and we are back for some more of the Maxi Toys videos. Hey, every pony and every brownie out there.
So, anyways, welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Party, the top 100 from the Nintendo 3DS.
So yesterday, we did manage to showcase off championship battles between those two games all in one video.
Because both those matches, specifically 3 and 5 battles of these particular championship battles as a result, they're ridiculously short by the looks of their standpoints.
So, yeah, but even then though, despite the fact that we actually did one on the first game, but on the second game on the other hand, that we have won, and also Rosalina did manage to tie it with us. So,
anyways, speaking of Rosalina, is that today for this episode is the fact that we're going to be jumping into Decathlon. You know what these Decathlon modes ever since, you know, Mario Party 5, 6, and 7, and Test for the Best for Mario Party 8.
And also, Time Attack in Mario Party 9 and Island Tour, well, those usually more likely based off time-based.
And especially noticeable in Mario Party 10 Bowser Challenge, despite the fact that that particular mode
is heavily utilized the heart system, so...
But even then though, that we're about to get things started with Decathlon, shall we?
Play a set of 5 or 10 minigames and aim for a high score.
So basically, as far as this mode goes, you know, it's pretty much just, you know, very similar to how it does it in any other Mario Party modes. Well, to be more specifically, Mario Party 5, 6, and 7 is that how the fact that we're actually going to be tackling through those 10 minigames to our disposal until you're able to get yourselves a top record based off of what scores you can get.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this score scuffle from Mario Party DS.
Oh yeah, that's another game that we've already forgot about.
But anyways though, so for this particular Decathlon video,
we're most likely going to be picking those girls this time around though, because we already select Mario from Minigame Match,
and Luigi most likely from Minigame Island,
Yoshi from just puzzle minigames that we've already missed out,
and Wario and Waluigi for the championship battles.
So it's now time to actually pick one of the girls.
So,
you know, originally we're going to be selecting Peach for the majority of this particular point of the video.
Well, it turns out that she becomes cheating every now and then, so let's go ahead and select
Rosalina.
Because, you know, we've already mentioned about this during the likes of previous videos ago, ever since Minigame Match,
that she's now finally back in during the likes of Mario Tennis Aces on the Nintendo Switch.
So, anyways, as usual, set them on hard mode, so as you can tell,
differently from any other Mario Party games for Decathlon modes themselves, is that, as you can tell, there are 2 other variations of them. There's Decathlon, which basically goes you through 10 minigames,
or Half Decathlon, which actually tackles you a halfway portion of Decathlon, means you're actually going to be tackling through 5 minigames to your disposal.
And as you can tell on the bottom right there, it says that there's going to be some rankings here. So even though that we already played this mode in our own time, so even though that we've almost got ourselves 10,000 points at minimum. And also in during the half Decathlon, we've almost got to 5,000. So even though that, well, we're not going to go through everything at this point, but even then though that we'll have to basically try the configuration of this particular point and onwards. So let's get started with the first mode in Decathlon, which is obvious Decathlon.
And basically we have to go through 10 minigames, which are basically,
as soon as we get into the down to the list, shall we?
And once again, Toadette is the host in Decathlon again, very much like minigame championship battles, which I'm, again, still disappointed even to this day and onwards, but still.
Welcome to Decathlon. Good luck and aim high.
Wait, is she on drugs?
Probably more likely a reference to that, something related to that comment here.
So these are the minigames that's been chosen by the forms of most likely 10 minigames Decathlon, which are
Triple Jump, Peak Position, Mario Speedwagons, Leaf Leap, Rocking Raceway, Crank to Rank, Monty's Revenge, Snow World, Speeding Bullets, and finally Night Light Fright.
So first minigame we're going to be tackling through is Triple Jump.
Mash the buttons in order to jump as far as you can,
and the best top performance is 30 meters.
Since we already played this before, Steve and Ender this time around though is score-based. So let's get to it. I know seriously we're going to be doing this on 2 fingers then.
But then again, apologize that the footage itself is extremely wobbly in areas, but still, we can't deny about the truth about the fact that we could have still wished if we get ourselves our, 3DS capturing device, but even though still is incredibly expensive at the time, but even though it might take a little bit of some time to able to actually just develop the actual 3DS capture device itself, but naturally speaking, that might be seems the case, mind you.
So even under that, yeah.
So again, there's not much else we can say about this video, honestly, because we're mostly going to be tackling through Decathlon mode, and that's all we have to focus on.
So yeah, we got ourselves our first new record in the 10 matches in your forms of, specifically 10 minigames in Decathlon mode. And if we can tell on the bottom screen, it tells you how much score you can get. And if we press the R button, sometimes you actually go ahead and change into a different menu right there. Which, by the looks of it though, as soon as we're able to skip forward, that, yeah, we actually did wonderful, thank you Toadette, that, we actually get into the scores departments, even under how much points we can get. But anyways, next minigame we have is Peak Precision. Quickly press the buttons on the wall and climb to the top. And the top performance is 30 seconds. Now, unlike the ones in Mario Party 9 Time Attack mode, that normally you can able to actually just, you know...
Anyway, what we meant to say is that unlike the ones in Time Attack mode in Mario Party 9, that you can simply select whatever minigames you want to go through, but unfortunately that's not the case here, because you always have to stuck with exactly the same 10 minigames every time when you're about to be revisiting those modes. Because normally it's a shame that it doesn't have that.
Another new record here.
So generally speaking, that you always have to go through the exact same 10 minigames every time we're about to revisiting this mode. Specifically,
not only the actual Decathlon mode itself, but also half Decathlon as well.
So, if you remember from, Mario Party 5's minigame Decathlon, and especially Decathlon Park from 6,
and especially notable in Decathlon Castle, and Score Scuffle for Mario Party DS, and Test for the Best for Mario Party 8, normally the maximum amount of points you can get every time you become a massive improvement is 1000 points, much like it does it previously. So,
Mario Speedwagons is up next. Shift gears to speed up and reach the goal first.
And the top performance is the forms of 20 seconds.
Now, unlike the ones in also from Mario Party, not only Mario Party 9,
but also Mario Party Island Tours, that there are no bonus objectives. So even though we don't have to worry about this content edition.
3, 2, 1, go!
And we're off to a good start.
At least we're expecting that. Oh god, Yoshi's in the lead.
And we speed things up. Booyah!
Beaten by under 10 seconds.
Yep, unlike in any other opponents for that matter.
It's been a long while since we're actually coming back into Mario Speedwagons ever since, Minigame Island.
Yeah, I think that was the last time that we actually did tackle for that minigame, actually.
So, anyways, now we're done with that. Now I believe next up we have is, Leaf Leap.
Yeah, which may be something more likely understandable.
But anyways, let's go ahead and get started.
Jump from leaf to leaf and climb higher than everyone else.
And the top performance is the forms of 50 meters.
So generally, the fact that if you want to able to actually just, trying to get the highest scores you can, then you probably have to keep on practicing on that stuff. So,
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so this might be really tricky with this particular position of the 3DS's recording setup, but even then that
we already know what we're doing, but it's just the fact that we wish if the 3DS capture card will be on this horizon in Europe,
but it still wasn't though, so anyway.
So, again, we already established earlier during the likes of yesterday that Call of Duty never stops and during the likes of each year upon releasing, because they always have us as a teaser trailer of the next installment of the Call of Duty games. Well, we actually got ourselves, well, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 now, which even then though, I'm assuming it might actually release it on the PS4 and Xbox One, I think. Or probably Nintendo Switch are possibilities, but
normally we haven't got a Nintendo Call of Duty game ever since, well, Call of Duty Ghosts. Because normally we don't have Infinite Warfare in forms of Nintendo console in 2016, especially noticeable in World War II and Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and even Advanced Warfare. So anyways, Rocky Raceway next. Ride your wooden horse to the finish line. Remember to watch your horse's stamina, so the top performance is about 1 minute. So yeah, that's all I can come across into that point, and let's just skip these introductions for this point now. Because we already seen these sequences already. I should probably mention right about now is the fact that this game, once again, actually it utilized the B button before you start the minigame off, is that normally you press the B button to be able to actually keep on practicing this particular minigames, very much like how it does in Mario Party Star Rush. Except the fact that during the practice mode in this game this time around there is in forms of a different button layout this time. Like normally in Mario Party Star Rush that you simply have to press L and R at the same time before you exit out the practice mode. But that's not the case in this game this time around though, because rather than just actually putting down the L button this time, because it's now replaced as directional pad down and R at the same time. Yeah, kind of odd choice. Yeah, because even then though, that makes a little bit more of a difference between, well, again, because the engine itself of Mario Party the Top 100 feels exactly the same thing as it does it in Star Rush, because, you know, gameplay mechanics of the minigame match, and especially with the HUD itself, and even the actual ID for those characters, especially the NPCs especially, that makes it a little bit more identical to, you know, Star Rush game design. Next we have Crank to Rank. Turn your crank to raise the flag quickly, and the top performance is 20 seconds. And we're going back to stylus formation again, so this might be technically the final time we're going to be doing this. Again, my hand is in my way, so I must confess right about now. It's just because of how the fact that, well, this game offers you to able to force to deal with left-handed. Whilst I'm not very good at left-handed to begin with, I kinda wish it has an option to switch between those different hands. Yeah, because of that though, we're so used to with right-handed most of the time. Mainly due to, you know, the stylus controls, and especially noticeable with the Wii Remote controls, ever since, you know, WarioWare's smooth moves. So even then though, that still winning in the top lead, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that I think we're pretty much at the rough score. Yeah, they all score pretty well though, thanks to that for actually just a comment on it. Okay, next we have Monty's Revenge. Poke your head out the longest to win, but beware of Monty Moles with mallets. And the top performance is in forms of 10 seconds. So let's see how we can able to become a top lead. So, yeah, basically, you know we mentioned this before about the practice mode you can see here? That now has been changed into directional pad down and R at the same time, which is kind of an odd combination if you say so. Yeah, because originally it was going to be going back into just L and R again, but turns out it wasn't, because even though it's now completely different. Oh! Alright, so we're not doing too bad this time, unlike the ones in the beginning of Minigame Island. But hopefully we can able to actually get ourselves... Oh! Oh my god. Oh god, go away. Go away! Jeez. What's going on with you, Monty Moles? Have you become drunk? Come on, 20 seconds, 20 seconds! Oh yeah, 20 seconds apiece. Or to be more specifically, Pinkie Pie, 20.90 seconds.
Oh, right.
Alright, so let's see what score we get. Probably not perfect though, because there are other times that we always attempt to almost messed up at one point. So, almost 954 points at least. But even then, it's one of those things that you have to be really accurate when it comes to control and physics work. Anyway, Snow World. Outspin everyone else on your snowboard, and the top performance is 360 degrees. Pretty much a reference to the actual Xbox 360 console as far as the actual number code. Well, at least as far as the actual console name and a number. Oh, that's actually a lot better than, you know, the minigame, no, the championship battles, I should say. Because normally that, my thumb is sometimes feels a bit too slippery at one point. But even then,
I can expecting those computer opponents will easily try to catch up if they know what they're doing, but after all, we normally set those on hard mode, so even though that makes it more robust. Anywho though, so today was actually forms of, what today is it actually, Pinkie Pie? I totally forgot. Don't you mean Sunday, the 11th of March? So even though we've got ourselves, 5 more days left until Kirby Star Allies is about to be released. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see how that game will turn out, at least in the final version of the game, because now we can actually fully experience the world map, because we haven't saw a world map screen for ever since almost a year ago now, ever since E3 2017 announcement. Yeah, but even then, though, that's as far as my main consumption with this, but still, you can't deny by that.
Alright, so next we have Speeding Bullets. Ride your bullets to the goal, dodging obstacles on the way.
And the top performance is just about 1 minute.
So once again, we have to deal with the gyro sensing controls once again.
And this might be the final time we're going to be seeing this tradition, because afterwards, then we're pretty much done with this.
Start.
At least when it comes to motion controls in mind, Pinkie.
Yeah, but still, it's not as easy as it looks with this setup, because, you know,
we're going back into this sense of tradition of how the fact that, oh god, we messed up so badly.
Yeah, apologize if my performance of this minigame is terrible, but even then, that's only because this game, well, this minigame is fully literalized the motion controls.
Which, even though that's not exactly all I'm most comfortable with, and plus I do really apologize if our recording session is incredibly jinxed up, because, you know, you have to purposely try to deal with gyroscope controls in so many minigames, which I kind of wish it will actually decide to... You know what, I might as well able to say that right about now, before we get into the final extra video, or the final video of this game, which even though we'll save that for later, but for now, let's go ahead and just get this over with, because this minigame is terrible in this version.
Yeah, but we'll take just only 54 seconds.
Well, new record there, announcer, but unfortunately due to this minigame suck when it comes to motion controls in mind,
so we have to pass.
Alright, so we actually got ourselves a really mediocre score by consist of 471.
Yeah, that was pretty mediocre at best.
But even though Peach is trying to catch up.
So anyways, Yoshi and Peach scored pretty well. Yeah.
And the final minigame in the regular Decathlon, and that is Night's Light Fright.
Let the chain chomp come as close as possible and stop it with the flashlight.
And the top performance is 10 meters.
Or to be more specifically, 10.0 meters.
I wonder how it's possible that we can able to reach to 0.1 meters for sure.
But don't know if we can able to do this though, because it might be a little bit difficult to pull it off.
Alright. Let's see if we can do this right.
Peach is getting out already, but we'll take 2.0.
Almost a perfect run, but I'm guessing that,
since as you can see here, that Peach managed to get out of the actual minigame itself,
what happens is though is that you don't get any points after that, so...
All the minigames are finished. Did everyone give it a best shot?
The results are in.
So naturally speaking, that it was pretty darn close between most of the opponents most of the time, and the winner of this particular Decathlon,
to be more specifically 10 minigames run through, is Rosalina.
Nice on you.
And yeah, I guess a little bit of a nice detail about this particular artwork showing off. So, anyway though, so let's go ahead and just quit this mode.
And we're not going to end things off here just yet, because we're about to be doing half Decathlon this time.
And the character choice for this time is, no, we're not taking a break, goddammit, is Daisy.
And since we already showcased off Luigi and Peach and Yoshi especially,
now it's time for Mario, Wario, and Waluigi for the final time.
So, again, the differences between the half Decathlon and the regular Decathlon is obviously the limitations of the minigames you have to accomplish. Like, even then though, let's go ahead and get started.
Now, obviously, the objective on half Decathlon is pretty much exactly the same as last time, so...
Welcome to half Decathlon, so...
Good luck and aim high.
Same dialogue as usual, so...
First minigame we have is Ding a Derby, swing at just at the right moment to hit the machine's pitches.
And the top performance is only 5 balls.
So let's get started.
It's been a long while since we're actually going to be playing baseball, the baseball game, haha.
Start.
Hopefully we can able to set this up. Oh god, we always messed it up.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we do apologize for that point because we got something stuck into our throat. Oh, we did that too early.
There we go, we got one.
Oh god. Ah, we did that too late.
Because again, this minigame is utilized as timing based because, you know, you have to purposely work on with the, you know, the aiming skills and whatnot, or especially time at the right time with the A button, but you can't deny for the actual timing based requirement. Ah, did that too early.
But I guess it was have to take 20 or more or so.
God dang it, I did that too early again.
New record.
Seriously, what's up with us timing it way too early?
I don't know about you, Pinkie Pie, that's only how you can do with this particular minigame for this point.
And truth be told, because of how the fact that during about almost a year ago now, that Game Explained did manage to upload this particular footage of Mario Party the Top 100 half decathlon, but it forms up just only 5 minigames with 10 minutes. So, yeah, that's pretty worth noting for. Next minigame we have is Pokey Premo. Keep swinging your hammer to knock Pokey down to size. Each segment takes 3 hits to knock out. And the top performance on this minigame is 30 seconds.
So once again, we have to deal with the button mashing sequence here.
And I believe this might be the final time we're going to be doing this.
Before you're able to close this Let's Play off and during tomorrow.
3, 2, 1.
Because again, this game is significantly shorter than the likes of Mario Party Star Rush, at least as far as the actual game itself, and in addition to content as well.
Yeah, truth be told for that point, Pinky, because, you know,
Speaking of social, is that this game did, again, they did first announce this game during the likes of Nintendo Direct in the 13th of September last year, but of all the Mario games that's been released, this being released for, or in this case, this game has been developed by 2 months.
Jeez, 2 months, that is easily rushed.
Yeah, no, tell me about it.
Next minigame we have is Latest Skater. It's a race, be the first to finish 5 laps around the rig.
And the top performance is just 1 minute.
Because, you know, we have to deal with just 5 laps in general.
And I think that pretty much does it for, you know, the stylus control minigames for now, because we've pretty much done all of the stylus games, so
naturally, it's just basically button-to-button controls, basically, before you're able to, you know, essentially finish all the minigames itself, so...
Oh god, we always messed up.
Although, to make things easier, it's able to use the D-pad to make it a bit easier,
but I think the circle pad might be a little bit too finicky.
But even though we can still manage to claim first place after all with that particular minigame, as you can see here.
And let's see how the others are up to. Mario claimed 2nd, and I'm pretty sure Wario's gone 4th.
Too bad for him, though.
But anyways, though.
Alrighty then.
But even then, though, still that I believe 10 minigame decathlon might take about 20 minutes or so, but I'm guessing that half decathlon will take about 5 minutes to do it. Yeah, I couldn't make it more of a difference between the length of minigames themselves logically.
Alright, so next minigame we have is Tracking Yard. Jump over the hurdles, the last one standing wins.
And the top performance is 10 seconds.
Not much to know about.
And in fact, it's been a long while since actually coming into this minigame, because ever since, you know, Minigame Island,
I think it's about time to play this minigame again.
Alrighty.
Alright, time to time out jumps and whatnot over those hurdles, including the likes of these electronic versions of the hurdles themselves.
Waluigi easily got screwed over, but it forms off less time than the rest.
And speaking of Mario and Wario, they managed to beat their new record, but
Let's see if we can actually top it all off. Oh no!
But we'll take about 23 seconds and 76 milliseconds, Pinky.
Oh, okay, that's decent.
But I don't know if this is going to be a perfect run though, because I could assuming if you reach over 30 seconds or higher, I could assume you get yourselves 1,000 points.
Yeah, I could have guessed it by this point for this point.
Anyway, so we got one more minigame left in half Decathlon. That was actually really quick, actually. And that is the forms of Slot Car Derby. Take a slot car out for 4 laps. Going too fast around the curves will make you spin out. So, the top performance in this minigame is just 1 minute.
Similar to later Skater.
Except the fact that we're going to be taking place in slot cars.
And there's Toad right there, hanging on top of the actual traffic, or the signal.
And let's go get ready for some racing action.
3, 2, 1, go!
Good start. Well, I was just hoping if we don't spin out most of the time. Speaking of such.
We always attempt to spin out in this version, unlike the ones in the original Mario Party rendition of Slot Car Derby and the original Mario Party 2 version.
But it's pretty easy to actually spin out in this particular version sometimes because you have to be really damn exact with that circle pad as it is. But because again,
Circle pad is usually kind of feels a bit small and flat.
but normally speaking of such though, Pinky, that's the only thing we need to get used to at this point.
And there we go. We've managed to accomplish with half Decathlon, so I'm guessing we're still in the top lead.
So, yeah, that was about it basically with when it comes to, you know, not to mention with Decathlon itself, but also half Decathlon as well. So, I'm considering that the half Decathlon was actually way shorter than the likes of the regular Decathlon. And,
let's just go say that right about now. My only gripe about this mode though is the fact that I kind of wish you can actually change the minigames selection, which even then though,
I think that's the only thing I might as well able to point things out right from the start.
So we're still in second place though. We're off by 40 points from our previous attempts,
Or in this case, our first time playing for this particular game.
and yeah, that was it for Decathlon. So even then, I hope you guys do enjoy this particular video.
And join us tomorrow by the forms of Mario Party the Top 100.
It's in fact very good to be moving on into the final video of the forms of Mario Party the Top 100.
And that's the extras, starting with collection and especially some discussions upon the amiibo functionality of this game works.
And that's all I can tell. So see you guys next time for tomorrow.
And yeah, later fellas.